Hello and welcome. We begin with the growing trade tensions between India and the US. After President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs on India, the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has responded with a stern message. While addressing a conference, Prime Minister Modi said India will never compromise the interests of its farmers.
हमारे लिए अपने किसानों का हित सर्वोच्च प्राथमिकता है। भारत अपने किसानों के, पशुपालकों के और मछुआरे भाई बहनों के हितों के साथ कभी भी समझौता नहीं करेगा।
In a clear message to Washington, Prime Minister Modi said he is ready for the heavy price that India might have to pay for prioritizing its interests.
मैं जानता हूं व्यक्तिगत रूप से मुझे बहुत बड़ी कीमत चुकानी पड़ेगी, लेकिन मैं इसके लिए तैयार हूं।
On Wednesday night, Trump announced an additional 25% tariff on Indian imports. Now, these would come into effect on the 27th of August, and it comes on top of the already levied 25% duty. This pushes the total tariff burden to a staggering 50%, the highest the US has imposed on any country. The Indian agriculture sector will be one of the hardest hit, as India exports a wide variety of agricultural products to the US. Between January and June of this year, India's exports of agricultural products to the US were close to $2,800 million. During the trade talks, Washington had pushed for more access to the agro market. However, New Delhi has been resisting this demand. The Trump administration has been targeting India over its purchase of Russian oil, a move that New Delhi says is strictly based on market factors and the country's interests. Reiterating its stand, India External Affairs Minister called Trump's latest announcement extremely unfortunate and said it was unfair and unjustified. India's neighbor China also backed its stand. Quoting an article, the Chinese embassy in India said that the country's sovereignty is non-negotiable and that foreign policy choices cannot be manipulated by other countries. The move signaled a rare diplomatic alignment between Beijing and New Delhi. It came ahead of Prime Minister Modi's scheduled visit to China for the SCO summit at the end of this month. China is also in Trump's line of fire along with other BRICS nations. Trump has accused BRICS grouping of backing anti-American policies. And to discuss these concerns, Brazilian President Lula has indicated plans to call leaders of the BRICS bloc. While Washington chooses to lecture India for buying Russian oil, it has continued its trade ties with Russia. The US imported Russian fertilizers worth $1.3 billion in 2024 and uranium worth $624 million. When asked about these Russian imports to the US, Trump dodged the question.
India says that the US imports Russian uranium, chemicals, fertilizers, while criticizing their energy imports. Your response to that, sir?
I don't know anything about it. I'd have to check, but we'll get back to you on that. Yeah, please.
The US has decided to take the moral high ground on the Ukraine war and singled out India for its trade ties with Russia. At the same time, America continues to aid and fund Israel's war in Gaza that has resulted in the loss of thousands of lives.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
$36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor,
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka kaljo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Skali radikali.
Japanese,
4兆ドル以上の
Portuguese,
por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select a language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.